Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my review for New Japan Pro Wrestling, um, Fantastica Mania 2018, and this was day 2, and this one took place on January 21st, 2018. It aired at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time and 1:30 a.m. Pacific Time. So yeah, this was obviously after everything that took place in day 1, and I do got to admit, um, they definitely stepped up in day 2. Day 2, I thought, was a great show. It was still probably a throwaway show, but I still thought it was a great show. We still had some great matches on this show, and I enjoyed it. Um, so we had the first match. It was a tag team match. Disturbio and Puma versus Drone and Star Jr. This was actually a good tag match here. I thought both teams really went at it in this match. Um, Drone and Star Jr. lose when Puma hits a roll up on Drone, but overall it was a good tag team match here. I thought both teams hit a lot of dives in this match, and I thought it was a good tag team match overall. Um, then we had the next match. It was a six-man tag team match. Fugo, um, Wasuke, Taguchi, and Sobrano Jr. versus Okamura and Wapunga 3K. With their manager, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, so you guys can help me out with that in the comments down below. But this match, I thought, was really good. Um, Okamura and Wapunga 3K attack him before the match starts, but everybody starts fighting back. Fugo and Okamura went at it for a while, and I actually liked that since they had a match with each other on the last on day 1 of this show, and um, Taguchi was hitting a hip attack on everybody, and then eventually he ends up turning it around onto his Okamura's valet turns it around on him and hits a hip attack on him. It just hits hip attack after hip attack, and then eventually he bites her ass, which was funny. And then he goes for another hip attack on her, but then he gets crushed with a hip attack, and he gets everybody just starts working over his ass by hitting atomic drops and stuff like that on him. And then eventually Sobrano Jr. gets the hot tag and he starts going off on everybody. Um, and he had a lot of really cool dives on everybody and stuff. Um, they Rapunga 3K try to hit a double superplex off the top rope, but Okum but Taguchi comes in and hits a double power bomb, and um, then eventually the finish is Taguchi and everybody hitting and everybody tried to go for like a triple pin, but it didn't work. Okamura hits a cutter from the top rope, that doesn't work. Eventually, Fugo, Taguchi, and Sobrano Jr. get the win with a high cross body. But overall, I really enjoyed this match. 3.5 stars. It was really good. And then we had a 8-man tag team match. It was Atlantis, Hawa Quado, Kashuda, and Satoshi Kojima versus Bushi, Homoro Takahashi, Rush, and Tetsuya Naito. Tetsuya Naito and everybody else gave that Japanese commentator a pass, which I thought was funny. And Naito's team attacks the face team before the match starts, and Naito really targets um, um, Kushida a lot in that attack by bouncing him off the announce table. Rush throws Kojima um, and bouncing him off the another announce table, throws him back first into the guardrail, and this was just a crazy match. Bushi hits a drop kick, and Tetsuya Naito hits a drop kick. I really liked how they protected Tetsuya Naito in this match. By really not having him take a lot of damage in this match, I thought that really made him look strong. And um, Kojima hits a ton of chops in the corner onto everybody but Naito. and Atlantis gets a hot tag after they dominate Kojima for a while, and then eventually he tags in Kushida, and Kushida hits a lot of drop kicks and super kicks and stuff like that, and eventually Quado gets the hot tag, and everybody just beats up on Quado in this match. Everybody hit like a double knees and a drop kick in the corner on him, and eventually the finish comes when everybody just lays him out with a finish. And I thought overall, I think Rush hit like a TKO for the win, and then eventually Rush gets into a brawl with Satoshi Kojima, and they try to hit each other with chairs, but then eventually they just get into a brawl. It has to get broken up by officials, and then Rush hits the official with the chair, and I loved it. I love this group that Naito has. I don't think this is like the exact group, but I think this New Japan versus like um New Japan. I was gonna say CMLL, but I just realized some of these guys are in New Japan. But I think I thought this was a great match. 3 3/4. A really good match. I really enjoyed it. And then it took like a 20-minute intermission, and then it came back, and we had the three featured matches on the show. The first one was a CMLL Brother Tag Team tournament first round match. It was Angel Del Oro and Nabal Roja versus Los Guerreros Lugranos. This was a great match here. Um, a really good match. A lot of dives in this match, and um, Los Guerreros hit a drop kick on both guys, setting them out, and um, Gran Guerrero hits a dive onto both members of the team, Angel and Roja, and Angel and Roja hit a double dive themselves. They hit super kicks, they hit insuguris. They really went all out in this match, and then eventually they hit a double splash and pinned both guys for the win. So um, Los Guerreros advance in the tournament. But I thought it was a really good tournament match. Actually, no, that was not the finish. Um, Gran Guerrero hits a running power slam face first move for the win. And earlier in the match, Nabal Roja hit like a tilt-a-whirl power bomb, which looked really cool, off the turnbuckle. But I thought this was a really good match, and I thought the team that made sense, I guess, went over. It really could have been any of these guys. Then we had the second CMLL Brother Tag Team Tournament first round match, and the final one, um, Kotaro and Sanson versus Dragon Lee and Mystico. Um, Another really good match. Oh, and for the first tournament match, I'm going to give that 3.5 stars. But another really good match here. Um, the heels try to attack them before the match starts, and they're successful at first. But then Mystico and Dragon Lee fight them off and hit a double suicide dives on the outside, and um, Mystico hits a super kick. Dragon Lee hits a super kick from the apron, um, and they both hit dives. And Sanson and Corrado hit both hit power bombs at the same time. They both hit like a doomsday device. It looked really cool. And then eventually Dragon Lee and Mystico win with double cross bodies. And so now Dragon Lee and Mystico advance. This made sense since they were the face team in this match, and Los Guerreros uh Lugu, Luguranos were kind of the heels in their match, and now they're gonna have like a loser and winner bracket. So I'm obviously looking forward to that. And then we had the main event. It was an NWA World Historic Welterweight Championship match. NWA World Historic Welterweight Champion Volador Jr. versus Barbano Calvino. This match was great. This is probably one of my favorite matches I've seen this year. Um, it's probably like top 5, definitely. It was a great match. It was just two guys going out there and really putting on a show for everybody and having a great match for um, that NWA World Historic Welterweight Championship. I really enjoyed this match. Volador Jr. and Carvino really stole the show. But they've had the best match out of these two shows that I've seen. Um, and they start off by just hitting a lot of grapple moves on each other, and then eventually Volador Jr. Hits a head scissors, setting Valbrino out to the outside. He hits a suicide dive on him. Um, and then he goes for another suicide dive. Valbrino catches him with a forearm, and then he throws Volador Jr. to the outside. He hits a Torpe Kahira, and then he grabs a chair and hits like a splash off the chair, which was cool. Um, and Volador Jr. dominates the matchup, and then um, there was a spot where he went to charge at him, and then Volador Jr. ended up turning into a moonsault. Volador Jr. hits a Torpe Kahira, and then there was a spot where Carvino Barbuino hits a Torpe Kahira, and a super kick from the apron, and then a splash off the top turnbuckle on the outside. There was a spot where where he hit like an Eye of the Storm powerbomb, or a high cross powerbomb to Volador Jr. into the turnbuckle. And then he went for another one into the exposed turnbuckles, but Volador Jr. turned it into a Hurricanrana and hit a Torpe Kahira and a head scissors. Calvino hit a superplex. Volador Jr. kicked out, and then eventually the finish comes when Volador Jr. And I forgot to mention the standard Spanish Fly Volador Jr. hit, and then the finish comes when Volador Jr. hits a quick code red on Barbredo Calvino for the win. And this match was great. I definitely have to give it 4.25. It was great. Wasn't quite a 4.5 star match, but it was definitely a great match. Um, and yeah, then afterwards he cuts a promo since he won, and usually the guy who wins the main event gets to cut a promo, which shows how important the main event is. And yeah, overall, I gotta say this was a really good show here. It was a little bit better than the first one, so I'll give it like a 7.8 out of 10. Wasn't quite a great show, but it was a really good show. I would definitely recommend it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and share this video for more content. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more content and click on the bell so that way every time you upload a video, you guys will get the notifications for it. And make sure you guys do the same thing for my CM brothers I know on the Talkinator YouTube channels. And I forgot to mention, check out the Wrestling Rundown, which I'm the champion of. The championship belt's over there, so I'm not going to go get it at the moment because I'm about to end this video off. But that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.